address my question to Mr. Huseynov. You mentioned these three main principles: territorial integrity, self-determination, and non-use of force. So two sides still have contradictions with regard to two main principles, self-determination and territorial integrity, but there is also the third one, the non-use of force. And a couple of years ago, the Armenian side, the president, offered to its Azerbaijani counterpart, the colleague, to sign a document about non-use of force, which means, though we still keep negotiating, and we don't know when this problem is going to be solved, but we guarantee that there is going to be no war, no violence of ceasefire regime. And as far as I know, Azerbaijani side didn't respond positively to this offer of Sir Sarkisyan. I'd like to know your comments with this regard. And if I can make just a quick comment about what you mentioned, that 10 years ago or in mid-90s, Armenia was more commonly referring to the territories, to the security belt around Nagorno-Karabakh as security belt, as buffer zone, and now it's more common to describe this territory as liberated Armenia or whatever. In reality, the term security belt or buffer zone came into being starting 2003, 2004. You can't find any document of mid-90s where these territories were described as, you mentioned, buffer zone. So there's no change of Armenian approach towards these territories that are around former Nagorno-Karabakh autonomous region. Thank you.
President Sarkisyan's offer, which he voiced, offered to Azerbaijan to sign an agreement on non-use of force. This was in his interview to Euronews, and I think that that was purely a propagandistic and hypocritical from Azerbaijani viewpoint move, because it's clear that when you use force to keep a territory under occupation, you cannot expect the other side to similarly, reconcile with the fact of occupation for indefinite future.
The bigger issue here is one that Tom touched on, and all the discussants touched on too, and that is, I think Mr. Gegeshidze most clearly called on the United States to use its soft power more effectively in trying to resolve this issue. And in some way, each of you suggested that outside forces ought to be enlisted. But I submit to you that there is an issue of principle here. In the old days of the Soviet Union, when there were disputes, they were sent to Moscow for resolution, and everybody waited for what the party would say, and then the decision came back, and that was that. In today's modern world, I don't think anybody wants to do things that way. It is very good, as Tom put it, to hear that representatives of these entities are stepping forward and thinking hard about what they themselves can do. And isn't it, Tom, let me put this question really to you, because you, on one hand, said we're hearing that maybe we should back off, and then later on you repeated your line that the United States isn't doing enough. And I'll put my question this way: isn't it more important that we really push these issues back into the hands of the local people to solve? We can be supportive. In the end, we can help it to happen, but we are not going to solve these problems in Washington, or for that matter in any other capital. Thank you.